The time is 11:34. You're tuned into the mid-morning talk with me, Fazila Isaac, on Salam Media. Now, we are going to our community focus and our awareness, where we speak to Monique Badenhorst, who tells us about the teenage pregnancy awareness that she is currently involved in. Now, Monique is the founder of the Girl Gang charity group, and she's Miss Glam South Africa 2021 as well. Welcome to the show, Monique.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, Fazila, for inviting me to the show and sharing with what we are up to. So, my name is Monique Badenhorst. I am a mom and wife of 4 kids. So, I am the founder of Girl Gang, that is my charity foundation. And I'm also the current Miss Glam South Africa title holder. I'm also a pageant director, currently running a pageant in Rivoli for the Miss Rivoli title. That is a community pageant as well. So next year in January 2023, so Girl Gang is going on a journey in terms of creating awareness for teenage pregnancy because it's spiraling out of control. Our kids are having babies and they are still babies. So on the 23rd of January, I'm starting our first talk with the girls. So the pregnancy awareness is going to have two parts. The one part is we're only going to focus on the girls that are pregnant and have babies. So we want to open like a support group for them because we want to know what happens next. You know, after the baby, do you leave school? Do you go back to school? Do you have support? You know, is the baby daddy still there? Because as much as we speak about financial support, we also need emotional support, you know, physical support. So that is going to be the one part. And then the second part is going to be where we are just going to create awareness with the teenagers that doesn't have babies. So we are going to use the girls that have babies to educate the girls that does not have babies so that they can know, what happens when you have a baby. We just need to know that our kids are educated because kids are having babies and there's a lot of factors around their teenage pregnancy. Are we educated? Kids saying that they're scared to go to clinics because they are being judged. So I'm saying I'd rather be judged in a clinic queue than be judged as a teen mom because you're going to be judged anyway. People are going to talk whether you're in the queue or not. People are going to talk, and we used to, in our days we used to say that teenagers must not have sex, but now we're more saying rather practice safe sex because we need to know that it might happen. Chances of it happening is quite great. So we need to educate them, give them the tools that they need, clinics, what's available, taking precautions, prevention, those type of things. So we are going to focus on that starting in January.
And what kind of awareness do you think should be created to help these young mothers?
I think firstly, our clinics should be made open. We shouldn't have the judgmental mentality. Our clinics should be welcoming these girls. We should not be treating them somehow because they don't feel welcome going to a clinic as a teen mom, going for prevention. I mean, they get questions like, what are you doing here? You're only 16. You shouldn't be sleeping with a guy and all those things. And, as a teenager, our kids, they will just walk away. They're not going to still sit there. And they go and do whatever they need to do. So awareness for me also starts with us in the community. It starts from our parents, starts from family, starts from the community. We all need to create awareness to educate the children. Even schools, in schools, we need to start talking about this. Primary school, not even teenagers. I'm talking from small primary school. They need to take this into your day-to-day learning that teenage pregnancy is very serious. It's really, really serious. So awareness starts from everybody. It starts school, clinics, at home, our parents, community, churches, all that. We all need to create awareness.
So, we have a very different generation of youngsters now.
Yes.
Do you not think that this message will be somehow misconstrued? Should we start teaching them these things at school level? Do you not think they will then take it as permission, sort of, to like, okay, now we know about safe sex, so we must go and. I mean, do you not think that might happen?
It might happen to say that it's okay now, because it's the same as us teaching them to have safe sex. So that means it's okay to do it as long as we do it in a safe manner, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it might happen, but we more focused on the need to know. You need to know,
Mm,
what will happen if you have sex. We don't want them to have sex. The first thing we would say, you know what, do not have sex. Do not have sex. But as you're saying, we have a very different generation. The kids they know everything. They want to experiment everything. Even boys. I mean, we need to also speak to our boys, because me educating a girl is not going to help, because sex takes two people. It takes a boy and a girl. So we need to also get a team in of guys to actually teach these young boys that they should not be experimenting with sex, because it's something very dangerous to be experimenting. I mean, we have teen kids that have two kids by the age of 20, they already have the second child. So yeah, it might be misinterpreted, but
mm,
I think education needs to be there, in terms of having safe sex and abstaining from having
mm,
sex.
mm. So, what exactly can be done for, I mean, when the girls you fall pregnant, then they go through the entire process. There's obviously so much
Yeah.
decisions that they have to make. Some of them, they don't want to keep the children. Others need to make a decision on, whether they're going to move on with the child in their care, adopt the child.
Yes.
There's so many decisions that need to be made. What can we do as a community to help ease this, or to help better their situations for them? Because look, we know that it's not ideal, and not every teenager falls pregnant because they wanted to. We know there are different
Yes.
circumstances to this. However, what can we do as a community to try to prevent, or not just prevent, but help those who actually fell into the situation? What do we do to say, you know what, it doesn't end here? You need to rise above these circumstances. What can we do in that regard?
So it goes back to education. That is why, in my poster you will see I'm inviting girls that are pregnant. I'm inviting girls that already has the babies, because when you are pregnant and you are young, you are so confused. I mean, I had a baby at a very young age. When I was 19, when I fell pregnant, and that's also why this is so very close to my heart. And all home situations are different. You could have support and I could not have support, and that has a factor in terms of whether you should keep this baby, whether you're not going to keep the baby. Some decide they don't want the baby because the boy is no longer there or the man is no longer there. There's a lot of you know um, factors around what happens to the baby. So I personally think that when a teenager falls pregnant, at that point, going back to when they go to the clinics or schools, or us NPOs in the community, offer that support to them, to give them their different options in terms of what is available for them. For example, if you visit children's homes, most of these children that had babies, their children will end up in a children's home. And then they have another baby. And what happens to the second baby? You see, so the children are also suffering. The babies are also suffering because of, like you're saying, the circumstances, the situations. So I'm just saying that we need to step in as a community, as schools, as parents, as our NPOs, even the government needs to come on board. Education is the first thing. We can just give them the tools to educate them. We cannot force them. We're just going to tell them, you know what, this is wrong. They will decide whether they want to do it or not, because at the end of the day, we're not going to be able to sit there and make sure that this child that we've educated, does the right thing. Ultimately, we want to show them a positive outlook. Yes, you had a baby. Go back to school. We also want to invite parents to please help the children, to look after children while they are at school. And that has also been misinterpreted, where we find that they have babies and then mom is there looking after the baby while they go out and party. So that creates another, room for another baby, where there's no lesson being learned there, because, you know what, mom is there to look after the baby. So we
Yeah.
are saying support, but not to support in terms of letting the child now get away with it, because the child still needs to be a mother at the end of the day. They still need to take responsibility at the end of the day. But let the child finish their schooling. It's not the end. It doesn't end there. That is why I also want to invite, pregnant teenagers to let them know it doesn't end there. And obviously, each girl's situation will be treated differently. We want to support them. We want to know, yes, you've maybe made a mistake, but it's a lesson. Children are gifts from God. It's a lesson. One day you're going to look back and at what happened in your teens, and you're actually going to say, you know what, yes, I had a baby. However, I've overcome that. Because we have a lot of ladies that has had babies in their teens, but they've somehow made it. They've made it. It's not, it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. Yes, it was maybe you made a mistake, but the baby is not a mistake. And maybe you might not be on the same level as your friends that doesn't have babies. They will go out and party or do what they need to do. You're going to have to sit with the baby. That's unfortunately the consequences of your actions. But it's not the end. It's not the end. Go back to school. Yes, you will be judged, but it's life. You're going to be judged regardless. Just stay focused. Be a mother.
I think it's really so important. Something that you said, really, really beautifully said also, support them, but also don't enable them at the same time.
Yes.
You have to know where to toe the line. This child needs to understand that they have a responsibility, help them, support them, let them get to school, do what is needed to be done. However, they still need to make sure that they take care of their responsibility. Now, I know you do have the upcoming event. We're going to take a quick short ad break. When we come back, I'd like us to speak on that. Stay tuned.
Thank you.
This is Salam Media.
Online schooling? Why not? Kurtuba Online Academy is the leading global online Islamic school from grade R to matric, offering South African caps and international syllabus. And it doesn't stop there. We also offer online madrasa for every grade. For more information, visit www.kurtubaonline.co.za. Kurtuba Online Academy, the leading global online Islamic school.
Decades of war, devastating drought, and economic collapse have pushed the Afghan people to the edge of survival. 24 million need life-saving aid, and 5 million children are knocking on famine's door. The world cannot just watch as this terrible crisis unfolds. With your support, the Al-Imdad Foundation is delivering emergency relief to the Afghan people. Donate online at alimdad.com or call 0861 786 243 for more information.
With so many investment options today, it's only natural that you might feel a little confused which route to take. Should I buy shares or should I invest in gold bullion? Randery Jewelers now brings you the Zahab coin, an alternative to the Kruger Rand. The Zahab coin, a solid wealth protector in its purest form of 24-karat gold, is the safest way to protect your wealth. So don't just sit there and watch your paper money depreciate. Change to gold. Call Randery Jewelers now at 031-202-4701 or visit www.rjcoin.co.za. Situated at 151 Essenwood Road, Musgrave, Durban. Randery Jewelers, the family name you can trust.
Over 33 million people have been affected by the devastating floods in Pakistan. Homes have been destroyed, crops have been swept away, and roads have been damaged. Families are mourning their loved ones while trying to survive these horrific conditions. Penny Appeal is on the ground now, delivering food, shelter, medical supplies, and water to those in need. You can help save a life by donating today. Visit our website www.pennyappeal.org.za or call 031 1100 573. Penny Appeal South Africa. Small change, big difference.
Breaking stereotypes, moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media. Humanity sets the agenda.
The time is 11:49. You're tuned into the mid-morning talk with me, Fazila Isaac, on Salam Media. Don't forget to engage with us on our social media platforms. Our WhatsApp number 061 7660355, Facebook www.facebook.com/Salam Media, and our online streaming platform www.salammedia.com. Now we are joined by Monique Badenhorst, who is a philanthropist doing some great work in her communities. So before we can touch on the teenage pregnancy awareness event that you are having, tell us a bit about the other philanthropy work that you have been doing.
So I do a lot of charity work. I think I do charity work maybe 3 times a month. So I run a girl gang, a charity called Girl Gang. So Girl Gang is a group of girls from Ravali and Yadraro Park. So this is young girls that do the charity work. So we just oversee them basically. So we do feeding. So I do homeless feeding on Wednesdays. We do community feeding. We host menstruation days, menstruation high teas, like me and you attend high teas. We also have high teas for them. Then we discuss menstruation, boys, just your daily, struggles as a child. We also invite boys as well. There's a talk that we have called Stashes and Lashes. That's where we call girls and boys to do those talks for them. We take them to the old age home where we make tea and offer cakes and stuff, feeding the elderly, spending some time with them, pampering them. Now and then we get calls, for school shoes. We do stationery drives. We have an upcoming Christmas drive as well. We want to visit the hospital. So we're also asking for support if anybody wants to support us. We want to go to the hospital. The kids are sick on the 16th of December. We want to take some toys and some party picks for them. We also do cleanups. We take the girls to do some cleanups in the community. We visit safe houses. We visit children's homes. There's a lot that we do in our communities. And we also partner with other NPOs as well. On Sunday, we have a high tea here in Roraport with a soccer team. So we're also just going to teach them around menstruation, hygiene, how to stay clean, and all that. So that's what we do.
Very good. I think you guys are doing such brilliant work, work that is
Thank you.
needed to be done in the communities, 100%. So the upcoming event that you are having, tell us a bit about that.
So the event that we have for the teenage pregnancy is in January. So we're starting off January because it's something that I want to do for the whole year. So I'm inviting all pregnant teenagers and teenagers that have babies. That is our first talk. So I want to talk to the girls that are already pregnant, that already have babies, that are already experiencing teenage pregnancy. And we want to just be there as a support group. We want to start a support group so that we can encourage them that, this is not the end. So the ones that have babies will speak to the ones that are still pregnant, so that the ones that are pregnant will know, what lies ahead, and to know that you're not alone. You're not an outcast. We're going to be there as a support, and we're going to have fun, because normally when we do the talks, we also incorporate fun, because dealing with children, you need to have a way to do certain things. We're going to have fun with the girls. We're going to have some nice beverages and snacks for them. We're going to dress up. And we also need support in terms of our gift packs for the girls. So we want to give them some nappies and purities and formula and baby wipes. That is for the babies. It's not for them. So the same way when we do our menstruation talks, we have these packs, with hygiene items like soap and pads and stuff like that. We're going to do the same thing, but just focus more on baby items. So that's our first event coming up. We want to invite all pregnant girls. Please don't be shy. You are not alone. We want to be there to support you. And then the second event will be girls that does not have babies. So we are going to take these girls that has babies to go back and educate the girls that does not have babies, so that they can know how it is being a teen mom. I'm also going to start a talk. It's going to be called Talk with Mo on Facebook, where I'm going to have live interviews with these girls that have babies, also just to create awareness so that other girls can know a life with, being a child and having a child. So I'm excited about that.
And what assistance do you require from the community? just to make this a bit better, just to help with these young girls, to make life a bit better for them, especially with the events that you are going to be running, the awareness events. What do you need from the communities?
So the first support I would need is the community to please send their pregnant teens and please send their children, because before I can ask for any donations, I want to focus on the children first. I first need the children before anything else, because that's my main focus.
Mm.
Send the children. If you have a neighbor that has a child that's pregnant, please send them so that we can start the support group. And then in terms of donations, I need like baby foods, like your priorities, your noodles, wet wipes. We need donations for catering. We need formula. We need wet wipes, things like that. We need some sanitary pads, some soap, some toothpaste, Colgate, things like that, just to add to the goodie bags. Because
Mm.
when we have these, sessions with the girls, we want to give them something small just to take away as well, just to make the event just a little extra but more special.
Mm.
But thank you so much for the support. We've really had a lot of support from our community, and we really need their support for this one as well. It's something very new,
Mm.
but it's something that I believe that I could never sit back and just, even if just one girl listens throughout this thing, then it's successful for me.
100%. And how can people make contact with you to either assist or even wanting to attend?
So I've got a cell phone number. It's 072-221-3686 on WhatsApp, and you can call me. It's the same number. And then it's Monique Badenhorst on Facebook and Monique Badenhorst on Instagram. And then we've got the Girl Gang Foundation page on Facebook and the Girl Gang Foundation group on Facebook as well.
Monique, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Well done on the work that you are doing. I do wish you all of the best, and I hope your
Thank
organization
you.
grows and helps our young women to become bigger, better versions of themselves. Thank you so much for your time. Have a
Thank
good
you so
afternoon.
much for the interview. Thank you very much for your time as well.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
That was Monique Badenhorst, the Girl Gang Charity Group founder. They are having a teenage pregnancy awareness group. They are putting this together. It's launching on the 21st of January 2023 from 1 to 3:30. This is going to be held in El Dorado Park, 2760 Matumi Avenue. And this is something to assist our young girls, to empower them, and to help them make better decisions, which is really, really important. So you can contact Monique on 072-221-3686. The time is 11:57. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the Bags of Love Foundation. Stay tuned.